Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of Sims Let's Go Build. Today we're going to be adding exterior paint and playing around with some of the other aspects of the house, such as the architecture. As you can see right now, I'm just playing around with some of the roofing. This is mostly just to test how it's going to look in the final exterior looks, but it's not going to stay. I will change it up later as well. So I picked up a few tips on YouTube from other YouTubers about paint, and one of them specifically, SimSupply, has suggested to use 3 different types of paint on the exterior, which I thought was very smart. I'll link his YouTube down below. And so I decided to go with 3 colors, and it took a little while, and textures. I like to have different textures when I build, and I thought it looked pretty nice by the end of it. The roof is not really working for me right now. It has some weird shapes, so I decided to build up that little offshoot nook window thing. Not quite sure what to call it, but I decided to extend that up to the 3rd floor in order to have like a little extended roof peak. And I also put windows around that whole thing, and I myself am pretty proud of that spot. I like it a lot. I was having a hard time putting the roof on just because it wouldn't align properly, but needless to say, it's not the final roof anyways. It was just a test. So it's not a big deal. I wasn't very fond of how the front was looking. It looked very flat and kind of boring. So I decided to add some architecture to the front. Not sure if I'm doing that right now. I don't think so, but I thought it added to it quite a bit. The roof is really not working. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but it's really unattractive. I'll go and fix that later. It was just completely impossible to get the right angles on it. Roofs are one of the hardest bits, definitely, for building. Alright, looks like I'm going to fiddle around with the front for a while, building out those little architectural details I was talking about. So I decided to add some just front architecture in the form of 2, I'm not sure what to call them. I guess they're also outlook kind of window boxes on the inside. I guess they'd be pillars technically, but they're also going to be used on the inside of the rooms. So they're not just there for detail, they will be functional. Now I had to delete some of the windows and doors in order to line it up properly. I will fix that later and redo the door, because we need a front door. And I'll have to move the stairs as well. I'm just measuring how big my pillar is in order to make them even on either side. I think I had about 6. I'm not quite sure, but it was even by the end of it. I am definitely moving the staircase over, because why would you want a wonky looking staircase? Could be cool if you had a very kooky house, but this one's definitely more of an architectural balanced house. Alright, so we've built those 2, and now we are going to remove the staircase and possibly add back in the door. I'm really not fond of the railing I have picked, so I will go back and change that later. It's really unattractive. Well, it's not unattractive, it's bad with the design of the house. It's going to be too contemporary for what we're going for. And the staircase still doesn't line up, so we're going to fix that. Much better. Alright, we'll just, I was just fiddling around here to see if I could find some way to make this look, or add like a little front porch area to it, but it wasn't working. Again, it wouldn't line up, it just was being silly, so I decided to just put the door back in. Yeah, so the railing is going to be changing. It's going to become a lot more traditional, which is funny because I'm very into contemporary design, but I decided this house would be traditional just to give myself a little challenge. So this house is going to have a traditional railing, and it's going to be much more of a sophisticated traditional house versus something more contemporary. So just adding doors and windows again. We're going to move on to paint soon and do the exterior. I will also be painting the foundation as it's the wrong color for the rest of the house. I was trying to find some way to make the windows fit into those outlook pillar things, but nothing looked quite right. I wanted it to be floor to ceiling and they just wouldn't fit properly, so we decided to stick it out and not put it. I talk in third person way too much. Ay. Oh well. It's one of my little charms. Oh, we're back to building up the roof, so I was trying to see if there was something that would look good with those little outlooks. That's kind of what I settled on, but I played around for a bit longer. The roof is one of the most complicated things in my mind. It's very difficult, and I don't have a lot of experience with it, so you'll have to bear with me. That's one of the things that I'm not so great at. But I think over this season I will improve greatly. I think you'll find that the next couple episodes will start to speed up in their interest level, as we're going to move on to windows, landscaping, and interior pretty quick after this. There may be one more episode of exterior, but I think we're going to be moving on to exterior gardening and landscaping pretty quick. I think that'll be a fun episode. Thanks to everyone who gave me feedback on last episode, by the way. I appreciate everything you guys give me and would love to hear more from you guys. On structure, everything, please, if you have some mods you'd like me to try out, send me a copy of the link to Mod the Sims or wherever you get your downloads, and I will try to see what I can do on that level, and we'll see if it looks good. It can be furniture, it can be stuff for landscaping, roof colors, railings, doors, windows, anything you like. Just if you have an idea, throw it out there and send me a shout. I appreciate any feedback. It's all helpful, and I'm looking forward to hearing back from everybody. And as to the black lines on the side of the screen, I will try to fix that for Season 2. Not too sure what's going on with that. When I downloaded The Sims, it just would only give me the one screen size, and so now the video's like that. So I will try to fix that for Season 2. It's not bugging me too much. The thing that's irking me more is the fact that you guys can't see my tool palette. And we will definitely try to fix that for Season 2. This roof's just getting messier and messier. I think we just are going to go back to the original design, since that was the simplest and it looked the best, but I was just trying to make the best look for it and it just wasn't working, so we'll scrap that probably and move on. I think I just ended up putting some just very basic windows on, and then I moved on. If any of you watch my other channel, my other show, my design vlog, then you'll soon be getting some updates. I just finished my first year of my program, so I will be uploading a video with all my drafting and my final project, some photos of my final project, and that'll just be like a slideshow kind of idea. And then I have another vlog that I'm planning to upload within the next couple of days, so you can look forward to that. And I'd appreciate if you checked out that one too and gave me some feedback on that. All feedback is great. I love to hear from everybody and just, you know, grow in my YouTube time, you know what I mean. Grow my interaction with you guys and my skill at YouTubing, because right now I'm pretty, I'm a beginner. And I'd love to just grow a little bit more of my skill. And everything you guys say is functional and gets the gears turning and moves us forward. Alright, I think I gave up on the roof and just decided to put these ones back on. Though I think you'll agree with me, it looks pretty good by the end of it. I think they were the best choice from the other ones. Although I think the back of the roof does change because it's pretty ugly right now. Definitely be swapping that later. It's pretty choppy. And another thing that I don't like is having those inside the walls. They just seem pointless, and when you're playing, that level is going to look really messy even though you're not on it. It's just a bit distracting. So I like to delete all of those sort of things. Oh. Looks good for now. We may change it up later. I don't know if that's the final one or not. Looks like we're moving on. Yay! Alright, we're changing the color just to find something nice and warm. So I just played around with all the different types, just seeing what we had. And I finally decided on a nice brown. I thought it was kind of warm and friendly, and just something I could start from. This color is a bit too gray, a bit greeny, and I think it's a little faded, and I don't know, it just doesn't really work with what we're going for. We'll find out in a second. I definitely change it, but I stuck with it for now. I picked this kind of plum royal purple, and I really like it. I hope you guys do too. It's a siding, and I just decided to go with it because I thought it looked nice. I decided to leave the tower in stone because I thought the stone would look nice on the tower. And I trimmed all my walls with a white line just to make it clear. I decided to continue this on with the two pillars at the front because I thought that looked cohesive, and just I liked the look of it, so I decided to stick with that. I left the center bit stone as well because I thought it looked good with that little aspect of stone. I will be adding windows, so it won't be all just solid paint and siding and stone. But right now that's the start of it, and as you can see, it's starting to come a lot. It's come a lot farther than it was at the beginning. It's definitely evolved, and it'll just keep evolving from now on. Give me feedback on the color and tell me what you think. I think it was a bold choice, but I like how it turned out. But if you guys don't, just tell me. Give me your feedback and ideas. I love hearing them. Yeah, because the roofing, it's kind of nice. It's like a slate, or no, like a dark gray of some sort, but it's not the right shade, I don't think, for the warmth of the purple. So we do change it later. Now I'm just changing the foundation because I wasn't happy with the brown bricks. I decided to go with a more clean gray stone. And then I carried the stone look in a different shade of the stone, I'm pretty sure, around the rest in a few spots on the actual exterior of the house. I decided to do all the decks in the stone because I thought that looked more like a real deck. Felt very outdoorsy and fun and sophisticated, so I felt that was the right choice for the decks. Made it seem more outdoorsy and more gardeny. Now, I wanted to have 3 shades, well, 3 different exterior wall coverings. So I was trying to find something that went well with the other 2. It was very difficult. This red wasn't quite right. It was a bit too bold. So I ended up changing it up. But I did like how it looked for a while. It's just, if you look at it, it looks kind of brown and it's not quite the right shade for the rest of the house. It gave a different vibe from the rest. I am happy with how it's looking so far though. There's a bit too much stone, I think, so I decided to change up, add a bit more of the purple. And then I did find another color. It is pretty similar to the other ones, but like the purple, it is another one of the purple, but it's a different shade. So it added a bit of depth. I'm just playing around with the paints now, trying to find the right color. I decided to bring down the walls past the foundation so it looked linear and cohesive. So that's why I just did that. Finding the right paint colors was really kind of complicated, although I really liked what I did with the first one. The purple was a good choice, I think. And I liked the stone with it, but that third color was really difficult to find. I had a lot of trouble picking it. Again, if you guys have any ideas or opinions on the color, you can always shoot them my way in the comments. And just give me your feedback on it. I tried out a gray and it just didn't look very nice. It looked a little too whitey gray, so we're going to try a few other colors. So I went for this lighter purple. I thought that looked kind of nice, so I think I stuck with it, or I changed it up maybe twice. That actually is quite pretty. I don't know if I kept that color. I think I changed it again, but that's not so bad. You could tell me if you like that one or not, or whatever color I end up using. And then just send me the feedback in the comments, and I will try to change it up, or at least give it a try, whatever you say to do. Now this back area was quite stupid for doing the windows on. I haven't done them yet. I won't do them in this video, but next video you'll see me put all the windows in, and that's going to be stupid. This back area was very difficult to do. I'm not sure if I get to that next video or the one after. It should be next video though. I think I changed it because I wanted that white trim that was on the siding, and I couldn't get that with this color. So I'm pretty sure I changed it to a similar trim, a similar siding to the other one, just because I wanted that white trim. Yeah, see, I picked the purple. Actually, this one's a slightly lighter shade, I think. Maybe not, it might be the same shade. We may have to pick another color later. Or if we like it with just the 2 colors, we can just stick to that. That's another thing I want feedback on. Tell me if you like it with just the 2 colors, or if you think I do need a third color. And if so, give me an idea of a color. Because see, that's a slightly different shade. I think I ended up using, yeah, I went for a lighter purple. It's more the same tone as the other one. So see, that one's slightly lighter. That just brings in a bit of the lighter color. I've got a bit of a sore throat here. Sorry about that. I forgot to grab water before I came to record. I'm not really sure what I'm doing right now. I was trying to figure out... Ah, there we go. I found it. I was looking for the normal siding. The easy way of putting the walling on. It's always a nightmare trying to do every single square. We're going to put the trim on each of the corners because I think it looks better when it has that trim on the corner. Just for this house especially. Other houses don't need it. But this one I really like the way the trim looked on it. I'm so sleepy today. It's pretty gray outside, and it's a good thing I'm inside. I did some gardening this morning and then came back in, and the sun is completely vanished now, which is sad because it was such a nice day before. It's probably a good thing though. I don't like being inside on sunny days, but I end up doing it quite a bit. So we're just gonna trim all this stuff, and then we will probably be near the end of our episode. We have a little bit more to go, but not too much. So as you can see, that's a slightly lighter shade of purple. I thought it looked good having just the two tones. It's not a very obvious change in color, but it does add a little bit of depth. So give me some feedback on that. Tell me if you like that, or if you think it's a little one-dimensional. And that brings Sims 2 Let's Go Build Episode 3 to a close. Thank you for watching, and give me feedback, comments, share, do whatever you like with this, and tune in next time for Season 1, Episode 4. Thank you. Bye.